But he got to learn it with the feet so he knows when and why he's taking that risk. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yeah.
That's where people like myself come in because I understand it. And they would say, why you trying? The reason I don't say much more, Stephen, because I don't never want guys to think I'm trying to.
You hating on them.
I'm trying to take your
this is knowledge.
This is all it is.
Was particularly anxious to fight Shakur because it's frankly probably a fight that Shakur is going to win.
Devin Haney, Conor Ben, there's a lot of fights that Shakur can be involved in and beat all these dudes, man. Beat all of them. Has a chance of beating all of them, right? And solidifying, his mark in the sport, being, the great of his.
Boxing experts are divided over who would come out on top if Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney finally meet. Both are unbeaten, talented champions who rely on skill and intelligence inside the ring. Stevenson stands out for his defense and perfect timing, while Haney depends on his speed, strong jab, and control of the action.
No, I mean, my mind says Shakur probably win. But then I see the great work that he did with Loma, or that he fight with Loma, and overcome a lot of different obstacles in that fight. It could be hard for Shakur. Shakur, right? Shakur Stevenson. As they call it'd be hard for him for the long range, the height, how big he is, stuff like that. And then what makes me think even more is when Shakur stayed spar with Crawford, and he had lots of problems with Crawford. Even though Crawford wasn't punching him hard or whatever, but you know what he had problems with? He had problems with the long arms and the height of Crawford. So he couldn't counterpunch like he wanted to. With Crawford probably wouldn't hit him hard, but it's different. It's a different, he's longer and stuff. It's harder. So that could be a problem.
Devin Haney
Shakur,
has openly challenged both Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis for future fights. He called a showdown with Stevenson the biggest fight that boxing could make next, while also naming Davis as another opponent he wants. Haney posted his message on social media following Stevenson's latest victory.
Confirms what I've been saying. 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, superstar boxer, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, Devin the Dream Haney, 33 wins, no loss and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He calls out another first ballot Hall of Famer of his era. Ironically enough, Devin Haney is 27, and the person he calls out is 28 years old, who's another first ballot Hall of Famer, Olympic silver medalist, 4-division world champion, former unified super featherweight, who simultaneously up until yesterday held the WBC 135-pound title and the WBO 140-pound junior welterweight title. At the same time, superstar boxer, 4-division champion, who will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, Shakur Stevenson, who is 25 wins, no losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. So Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, as I said, and Devin Haney confirmed it, as you see there, this is the next super fight.
Since neither fighter depends on knockout power and both prefer winning with technique, many boxing insiders expect their fight to turn into a high-level tactical battle.
Of course, calling out Shakur Stevenson. Shakur saying, anytime you want it, we can get it done. But a little bit of this, a little bit of yakking back and forth, right? I mean, how awesome would that be? These two names,
well, we've been talking about this fight for a while.
Tantalizing.
But now, I tell you,
it's juicy.
I tell you, this fight now is even
is even more juicy than it was the first time around when they were talking about it. When they were talking about it the first time around, Haney was red hot as undisputed lightweight champion, and Shakur was the boogeyman who was very good, but was having trouble locking in those big
insider
games.
boogeyman.
Right. I gotta be honest, man. Like this could, if this happens right now, this is the right timing too, because both are at a good moment in their careers.
Very high.
It's actually,
and there's a title on the line.
It's actually simmered better.
Paulie Malignaggi believes this is the perfect
Shakur
moment for
Stevenson
Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney to face each other. In his opinion, both men have already proven themselves as champions and major names, making the fight important for
Both
fans
fighters
and
are
for the sport
champions
itself.
and established stars.
Really,
he says
something that you wanted to see, but now because of Shakur's recent performance and Haney still being undefeated and having righted the ship, winning as an underdog against Brian Norman, I rate that. I rate when you take on a fight as an underdog and you win it. I rate that. You know, that's why Haney, for me, got into the circle of trust, because he wasn't trying to milk the whole business like Javante Davis has. So he's taking on these kind of challenges. He's winning them. He built himself up to that level to now, okay, take on all comers. Win or lose, take on all comers. He's got that win over Norman as an underdog. You can say what you want post in hindsight. In foresight, a lot of people were picking against Haney. He gets that win. Shakur, in the meantime, makes his name bigger. Got to pump those numbers up, and he pumped those numbers up by winning the Teofimo Lopez fight. Now, you know what? Okay, now there's an interest from both fighters. A lot more money, a lot more at stake, a lot more, again, ambition. I like to use that word ambition today. And I think a lot
Devin
more people
Haney
will be
and
interested in
Shakur
them.
Stevenson have shared a long history in boxing. They came up through the amateur ranks together as young talents before entering the professional level. As their careers progressed, both kept a close eye on each other's success and developed mutual respect as world champions.
I think he's good. I've been knowing Shakur since I was a kid, so I always knew that he was good. I knew that he would be at the top one day. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, me and Shakur, we've been sparring since, bro, I think my first sparring session we were like 12 years old, maybe a little bit older, but something like around there, maybe like 13 years old. So it's been times when he got the best of me and I got the best of him. But I cannot, judge him off of those sparring sessions. I know he's gotten better, just like I can't judge Ryan off of the fights we fought when we were kids, because I know that he's gotten better and so have I. If you judge off a sparring session, I mean, you're going to be in for a long night, especially
Roy Jones Jr. feels Shakur Stevenson can still improve one part of his game, especially his footwork. He believes Stevenson often steps too far away after making an opponent miss.
Shakur Stevenson is a very good fighter, but you got to learn, and I will hope he will pay attention to this, because this is going to mean a lot for him. Mm-hmm. His feet are good, but sometimes they take him too far out of range to be able to come back and counter. Mm-hmm. The last guy he fought, the guy was a good puncher, so when he was jumping back, he was jumping too far back out of range to where he couldn't come back and get something right away. You understand me? And for the fans, it starts to look bored.
That's how I'd say. I feel like he was running.
He really ain't running. He just don't understand that this is somebody got to teach him. And I would teach him if they ever brought him to me to teach him. But he got to understand what I'm trying to tell him. I'm not trying to criticize him.
Right.
But when you say something bad, they take it as criticism.
Right.
No, son, you got to understand how to not jump. Okay. People know what the thing that dig the hole, the excavator, right?
Yeah.
If you move that thing back too far, you can't reach the job.
Right.
It's got to work, but it got to stay on the job while it works. You can't take it out of, if you working with this, because this part keeps it on the job, the feet. This do the work. If you take the thing and move it back, it's off the job, it can't work no more. Right. So if you move it back every time off the job, it ain't gonna never get no work done. So now it's gonna become boring. Why? It ain't doing nothing.
Because of that, he sometimes misses chances to counterattack. Jones thinks staying a little closer would help Stevenson land counters and take advantage of opponents' mistakes more effectively.
It started on the hold and it moved to another one. When we gonna get a pond dug? We're not, because it's taking off the job too much. You gotta leave it on the job for it to get a pond dug. And that's his only thing. He a great fighter. He got great eyesight. He has great reaction time. He gonna be a great fighter. He just gotta figure out how to use them feet a little different.
Is he the best defensive fighter out of all four of them?
Right now, defensive, yes, because his defense is with his feet. That's what people don't understand. Defense isn't with your hands, it's with your feet. And he has the best foot defense of the game. Mm-hmm. So if he uses it for defense, when it's strictly defense, yes. But when you want to make it offensive, you can't do the same. You gotta cut it in half. And that's the only thing he had a problem with. Once he learns that, or figures that out, he gonna be a killer.
Would the skill he has now make him the best out of them four?
Right now, no. Because some people gonna say, boy, and the reason the rest of them don't want to fight him is because they know he know that back foot game so well that he's not going to engage until he wants to engage. And that's a good thing too. But for the fans and to be
not right now,
the ratings, you got to be able to engage when they need you to engage.
That movement sometimes costs him valuable counterpunching opportunities. Jones believes that if Stevenson stayed slightly closer, he could fire back faster and punish his opponents whenever they make mistakes.
Personally, I'm on a different level than everybody.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to boxing, because
Shakur Stevenson believes he has everything needed to beat Devin Haney. He trusts his defense, hand speed, and accurate counterpunching to make the difference. Stevenson says that by controlling the distance, taking away Haney's jab, and choosing the right moments to attack, he can take over the fight and prove he is the better boxer.
Want me to come to 147, I'm coming in with rehydration clause. I don't even do that. But why am I going up to these guys' weight classes if I'm not planning on going there? So any of y'all want to fight me at 147?
Yeah, rehydration.
10 pounds.
10-pound rehydration. Like the IBF rule, basically.
You got to understand, that means on fight night, when we get in the ring, they're going to be 157, maybe 158.
Max.
No bigger than 160 that night.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
So if we could get it like, all right, like the IBF rule, 10-pound rehydration.
Yes, but think about it. If there's no rehydration clause, these guys going to give it up to 170 pounds.
Yeah, 175.
I'm in the 140s on fight night.
Yeah.
So if I'm 140, they 170. Bro, what am I in here wrestling around with these?
Right.
Come on, bro.
How did you feel at 140 though? Like compared to 35, did you feel any difference? Or was it like in your body, like does it feel any different at all? Or was it the same?
Both of them,
Stevenson has also made it clear that if he moves up to 147 pounds, he would want a rehydration clause included in the contract. He believes fighters who gain a large amount of weight after the weigh-in can have a major advantage because they become much stronger and bigger by fight night. A rehydration clause would help keep both fighters closer in weight when they enter the ring, stopping either boxer from using a major size edge. It also shows Stevenson's careful approach, proving he values smart negotiations along with his boxing skills to create a fair contest against naturally bigger opponents.
He's on the list. Is that a fight you guys are seeking, or are you leaving it alone since he's saying that it would require Devin to get a rehydration clause? Is that something you're willing to get on the phone and discuss how many pounds exactly?
Well, when you're speaking about Debo, you might hear a whole lot of that's inconsistent with things that you say about normal fighters. When you talk about a generational talent like Dev, you would expect those that are elite to look to have to be on a level playing field. What you weigh is what you weigh, and how you get down the next day is, it's what it's all about,
Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father and longtime trainer, has taken a firm stand against rehydration clauses. He has repeatedly said he will not agree to any limits on how much weight Devin can regain after the official weigh-in. Their view is that every fighter should be free to rehydrate naturally and compete at full strength without contract restrictions. That position could become a serious issue if Shakur Stevenson continues to demand a rehydration clause before agreeing to fight. Is he on the list? Is that a fight you're looking for, or are you leaving?
He came up there with the aspect like he's a really big guy, but he's not a really big guy, so I don't want people to think he got so much power and he's so strong, He's not no killer, you see him? Seem like a killer to you?
Stevenson's camp believes a rehydration clause is important for keeping the fight fair, especially when moving into a heavier division where opponents can gain a huge size advantage overnight. Bill Haney's refusal could make negotiations difficult and possibly delay or stop the fight from happening. Trainer Wally Moses also explained that rehydration clauses are meant to stop fighters from putting on too much weight after the official weigh-in, preventing one boxer from entering the ring much bigger than the other.
Shakur and his I would say projection, the irony is it's crazy because, back when, I was helping somewhat mentoring Terrence Crawford, Terrence Crawford surpassed everything I done did and more. Interesting enough, Terrence Crawford mentored Shakur, And Terrence Crawford is on Mount Rushmore. Yeah, he is for sure. But I feel like Shakur, just like Crawford was with me, Shakur has the ability.
Former world champion Tim Bradley believes Shakur Stevenson has the potential to become one of boxing's biggest stars and could even grow more popular than Terrence Bud Crawford. Bradley respected, but he never became a mainstream celebrity because he stayed away from media attention. Stevenson, on the other hand, stays active on social media and regularly connects with fans, which Bradley believes helps raise his profile. He feels Stevenson's talent, confidence, and comfort with the media could make him one of the biggest faces of the next generation, even if he is not naturally charismatic.
Shakur in that fight. You know what I mean? Shakur is very skillful, he's very smart in the ring, and he comes to fight every time. So.
I think Shakur is massively underrated in terms of his achievements and his ability. Everyone in boxing knows how good Shakur is. He is pound for pound, top 5 in terms of quality. But look at the achievements of the young man. At 28 years of age, he's already a 3-division world champion. This is to become a 4-division world champion. Quite remarkable, and Teofimo always rises to the occasion. Sometimes you see a little bit of a lackluster performance when he's not motivated, when there isn't kind of any legacy on the line. This is different. This is a sold-out Madison Square Garden between two of the elite fighters of our generation. And the best thing about this
Deontay Wilder has described Shakur Stevenson as one of the smartest and most technically gifted fighters in today's boxing. Wilder praised Stevenson's ability to manage distance, making it hard for opponents to settle into the fight or land clean punches. He also pointed to Stevenson's excellent timing, which allows him to counter with precision while staying out of danger. According to Wilder, Stevenson's defense is outstanding, using movement, positioning, and head movement to force mistakes. He believes this mix of intelligence, accuracy, and defense makes Stevenson tough to beat and enjoyable for fans who appreciate technical boxing. Wilder also feels Stevenson's ring IQ is exceptional for someone his age and believes he could become one of the defining fighters of his era if he stays on this path. I like Shakur in that fight. I mean, Shakur is very skillful.
Performance was.
Yeah, masterpiece, man. He looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that you future guys, young guys and the amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful. You heard his father say in the corner, what happened to your fast hands? That didn't work, man.
Just overall, like, just given the styles you know in boxing so well, like, was there any way that Teo could have put on a better performance, a better plan, and gotten a better result?
No, I don't think whatever he would have brought to the table would have worked, man. You know, Shakur just got a great boxing mind. You know, that's just it. He's got a great boxing mind, and you once he put his mind to it, he's gonna get the job done.
What is it gonna take to beat someone like him?
I don't know, Brandon. Probably want to stay away
After
from
Shakur
that kid,
Stevenson completely outboxed Teofimo Lopez with an outstanding performance at Madison Square Garden, Brian Bomac McIntyre had nothing but praise for him. Bomac called it a masterpiece and said Stevenson looked relaxed, smooth, and outstanding throughout the fight, adding that young fighters should study it as a boxing lesson. He praised the way Stevenson controlled everything with his jab, movement, and ring IQ, saying Lopez had no answer at any point. When asked what someone would need to do to beat Stevenson, Bomac replied, "Honestly, you'd probably want to stay away from that kid," showing just how impressed he was by the performance.